Okay, we are going live. Uh-oh. Instagram, I don't know if it's gonna work out for us today. Oh, there we go. Okay, all right. Yay. All right. Yay. Hello. We are live. Welcome to today's Manifesting Masterclass, Manifesting School, day number 3. If we are just meeting for the first time, I am Abiola Abrams, and this 30-day free Manifesting Masterclass is based on the teachings from my new book, From Imagination to Reality, Secret Manifestation Lessons and the Law of Assumption from Abdullah Master Alchemist. This is a manifesting manual for those who want to manifest their desires, the desires of their heart and soul, step into their greatness, step into their power, remember who they were truly born to be, know whose they are, who they are, and whose they are. It is all of that and more. And I've been enjoying this Manifesting Masterclass with you. And I also want to let you know, do you know that I have a podcast, the Goddess Temple podcast? So listen, if you are wanting to have all of these lessons, and I've been doing a lot of interviews for my book as well as my new deck, Secrets of the Ancestors Oracle deck. All of those I usually mostly repost on my podcast, the Goddess Temple podcast. So if you're not subscribed, please definitely subscribe. I will also be posting them on my blog at womanifesting.com/blog, womanifesting.com/blog. Hello. Okay. Oh, all right. And for those of you who want to go deeper, okay, this is just I'm going to give you as much as I can for free within the 30 days in 20 minutes or less lessons, 15 minutes or less, preferably. I'm going to give you as much as I can. For those who want to go deeper, go to tinyurl.com/Abiola on TV for the Hay House course. All right. It's on their new streaming platform, and episode 3 comes out this week. tinyurl.com, that's the link, /Abiola on TV. tinyurl.com/Abiola on TV. Boom. tinyurl.com/Abiola on TV. Boom. Hello, Goddess Terry. Hello, Jamaican Douglas. Hello, Goddess Tynesha. Hello, Goddess Carmelita. Hello, Goddess Cherise. Hello, everybody who I'm seeing, who I'm not calling your name on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Hello. All right. So today, my friends, so the first day we talked about the imagination and the law of assumption. Yesterday, we talked about self-concept, and today I'm going to be talking about your subconscious mind, okay? The mystery of the subconscious mind, which is on page 65. Page 65, okay? And it begins with a quote from Abdullah: "You have it, and if you do not sleep tonight in possession of it, you are not doing what I have told you." You have it. You have it. Type in the comments, I have it. Whatever you are manifesting, whatever you are calling forward, whatever is calling you forward, I have it. And here's the other part he said: "And if you do not sleep tonight in the possession of it, you are not doing what I have told you." What he is saying is, okay, you already have it. It is already done. Yep, you got it. I got it. I have it. He is telling them to use, he's telling us to use the powers of our subconscious mind to bring it forward and to walk in knowingness, to walk in believingness, not walk by sight, not walk by, looking to see if it's there. Walk by and live by knowing that it is there for a fact. You want to know so strongly and believe so strongly that when you look out, it's jarring to you that that if it isn't there. I'm going to share a story about that in a little bit. But I wanted to share something I didn't share with you yesterday about self-concept that I think is a really beautiful lesson for all of us. So Abdullah, Master Teacher Abdullah, who taught manifesting as we know it 100 years ago and was from Ethiopia, was an Ethiopian rabbi, teacher of Christianity, amazing human being. He was a Black man living in New York City, And obviously, at that time, even though it was up north, there was segregation, there was discrimination, there were all of, the issues that we know around that time. This is the time of Jim Crow. In the rest of the United States in the 1930s and the 1920s, there were, periods that they called, like, the bloody year or bloody months or whatever, because they were hanging and lynching, so many folks for no reason. Well, there's never a reason ever to lynch anyone. And so during this time in New York City, Abdullah was a lover of the opera. He loved the opera. And I love this story so much because it spoke to me being a New Yorker. Now, my references to the opera, I feel like I love the opera, but I don't think I've been to an opera. My references to the opera, like my first reference to the opera is in Pretty Woman, when Richard Gere was saying to it's our girl Julia Roberts, if you love the opera, you will feel it first, and whatever he said. So so Abdullah and I are having a very different experience in New York City, right? So anyway, so Abdullah loved the opera, and his white friends would offer to buy him his opera tickets for him so that he could get tickets up front to be able to experience the whole grand opera experience, right? So, I'm translating this in my head to like Beyonce. He's going to see Beyonce, he's going to see Rihanna. He wants to be there. You want to be in the pit, you want to be where you can experience the whole thing. And so his white friends would say, hey, I'll purchase this ticket for you. And he was completely against that, because he was like, no, basically, he's manifesting his own reality. He's creating his own reality. So he doesn't need anyone to see him in a position of less than, in a position of lack or scarcity, even though it is the law of the day, even though it is the moment of the day, even though it's the moment of the time. But that is not the reality he claimed for himself. Okay, I thought that this was so incredibly powerful. That is not the reality he claimed. Like, think about the word claim. Like, there's a reality, but do you claim it? Is that what you are claiming? Are you claiming, the opinion of you, the good opinions of others that a society may have of you, in your whatever, the things are that are assigned to your identity? So for me, that would be, a Black woman, a single parent, a New Yorker, an urbanite, I don't know, or whatever, former Harlem resident, a woman, an older mom, I don't know, whatever the labels are that other people would put on you. People are always going to put labels on you, but what are you claiming? What are you claiming as your truth? Right? So he wouldn't claim that truth. And it was very interesting to me, particularly because I have a very clear memory of life before Uber and Lyft and, all of that, which I love. Uber, love Lyft, is my means of getting around. But I have a very clear memory of life in New York before Uber and Lyft, mainly because a big part of it was taxi drivers zipping on past, or if they did stop, having like darn near altercations when they found out that I'm going to Harlem, that I'm going uptown, not wanting to take me there, even though it is the law, and all of those things. And so if I was with, one of my good white girlfriends, associates, if I was with someone else who had, the complexion for the protection, and they could flag a cab, why not? Like, I would let them flag a cab. Why not? Like, I'm not putting myself through any more than I have to. Why not just let them flag the cab for me? And so I love this switch in mentality, right? Because for me, like, it's not like I'm letting in my consciousness, I'm not thinking, let them catch a cab for me, catch a taxi for me, because I think that I'm less than or anything like that. No, it's because you have issues with where I live or who I am or what I look like and don't want to take me there and all of those things. But I'm loving this switch in mentality, right? I'm loving this switch, which is, I'm not claiming that reality for myself. I am manifesting and creating the reality the way that I want it to be. And you, the world, be you a taxi driver, be you an employer, be you a scholarship, be you a company, whatever it is, you, the world. Ooh, cat just ran by, scared me. Ah. You cat, you the world, be you a cat, be you a whoever, will bend to my manifesting will and wiles as I am creating this world the way that I am wanting it to be. Yes? You got that? And so, again, this was really interesting to me because when they're talking about specific places in New York City, yesterday I shared with you the story of, you are in Barbados, and this opera story that we're talking about, Abdullah would he walked up to the booth and the ticket booth, and he was like, I'll take two in the, I don't know, two in the middle front, no further than the back, and, make sure that, I don't know, opera folks fill in, make sure that it's not too into the orchestra. I don't know, I just made up that last part because I don't know, but I'll take two in the front, down in the center, that's where I'd like to sing, sit, boom, here's my money, thank you. And just from his energetic vibration, his view of the world and himself, they did not question him. And it was shocking even to his white apprentice that he moved that way, and that they said, right away, sir, boom, here's your tickets, no problem, enjoy the show, because he moved in an energy of, it is so. It is so. Type into the comments, it is so. It is so. And it was very interesting to me because, again, like I said, I know these neighborhoods, I know. And so even thinking about, being a kid for me, a child of the 80s, and being in that neighborhood, like walking home from school, with my friends, like 10 blocks away from the opera house, walking home, walking to the subway. It was the 80s. Yeah, kids, we took the subway by ourselves, walking to the subway or whatever, and going into stores and having people follow me around so much to where I developed a complex where I felt, how do I put it? I felt like I was a criminal, and I wasn't a criminal, and hadn't taken anything, hadn't done anything. But because of the way that they were watching me and interacting with me, I felt the need to hold the things that I was buying, in a different way than the people that I was with, who, looked different than me, hold it so that they can see I have whatever I'm not putting in my bag. I'm not trying to take this lollipop, or whatever the case may be. You see? So I think this is a very, very powerful story about self-concept and what we were talking about with self-concept yesterday. And a key part of Abdullah's teachings come through his other well-known apprentice named Dr. Joseph Murphy. Dr. Joseph Murphy wrote a fundamental book about psychology named The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And he was one of the first people to bring these teachings forward. And so the subconscious mind, yes, moving an energy of it is so because it already is, right? Yes. Thank you, Goddess Terry. So your subconscious mind, like picture an iceberg, all right? So let's go back to the Titanic and think, iceberg, straight ahead, okay? So picture an iceberg. And an iceberg, Deltas, I'm not saluting you, even though I love you, my Delta sisters. In an iceberg, this is the top of the iceberg. If somebody's like, she the Illuminati symbols or whatever. No, just showing you an iceberg. So there's a top of the iceberg, right, that comes out above the water. But an iceberg is a mountain of ice. And so it's not just what you see. It's the whole thing that is underneath it. And that is what is going on with our minds, right? There's the conscious part of our mind, which we see. The conscious part of our mind that says, I am worthy and deserving. I absolutely deserve. I'm a good person. I'm a beautiful person. I'm a kind person. I love myself. Why would I not? Right? The conscious part of our mind. Then there is the beneath the ocean part that has been stacked and built for years with your own beliefs, that has it added to it, society's beliefs that they put on you, that has added to it the beliefs of your ancestors that you inherited, so your ancestors saying, oh, well, we're the kind of people that do that. Or we don't, we're not the kind of people that, we're not going to travel and do all of that. Or we don't, we're not the kind of people who blah, 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 whatever it is, right? Whatever the story is. This is where we live. This is how we do, the stories that we have. That is all underneath the water, underneath the conscious mind, in the subconscious mind. And this is important because that is the part of your soul, your brain, your body that is the doing the manifesting, doing the creating. So we talked about the power of your imagination being your God consciousness, the ability to create. Well, right underneath in your subconscious mind, those are the beliefs that are either building you up and saying, yes, when you chant an affirmation and you say, I'm worthy and deserving of all great things, your subconscious mind either says, yes, Aviola is right, I'm worthy and deserving of all great things, I'm worthy and deserving of all great things, or it says, no, you're not. No, no, you, girl, please, look what you got on. You? No, you grew up over here. No, your folks are like this, right? So your subconscious mind is either with you and in alignment, or it could be on a completely different vibration. So underneath your lingerie, I love your name, says, I did just that last month, went into a store and was careful of how I handled. Yes. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you, I'm trying to remember who the friend was. I don't remember, but I was with a friend. I remember this very vividly many years ago. And another friend of ours, a friend of mine who is a Black woman, and we were with a friend of hers who is a white man. And it was the first time that I observed how he moved in a store differently than us. It was very interesting because he moved as if he owned himself and he owned his presence, which he should, right, in the store. But he didn't, he moved with like a, like, well, he was taking the things he was buying and he was putting them in a bag, you know, he was going to pay for them, but putting them, like, say he had his bag, like putting them in the bag, like, oh, okay, let's put all this in the bag and we'll pay for it when we get up front. And it was making me so nervous. Oh my goodness. Like, I felt really, really uncomfortable because I had the programming of, I'm in this store and they are watching me. And if, a store owner says that, I am doing something wrong, which I am not, that is dangerous for me, which it still is to this day, right? But this is the way that I was moving and had embodied that as my truth, rather than seeing it and designate it as, oh, that is the truth of you, that is the truth of this nation, that is the truth of this store or shop or whatever, but it is not who I am. And so I don't need to play these games with y'all. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's a shift there. There's a shift there. Yes, absolutely. In your muscle memory. Absolutely. Absolutely. American history, no one has likely followed him around a store. Muscle memory. Well, interestingly enough, like, he had experiences as a Black man in New York of people treating him a certain way, people regarding him a certain way, but it is how he was choosing to react and interact with their stories and their beliefs. You see, it's a very, very interesting thing. And it absolutely, these things do get into your muscle memory. That's why when I speak to, us as beautiful women who gather, in retreats, for example, save the dates, June 12th, 10th through the 12th, 2025, North Carolina retreat. Info's coming. It's coming. Next week, I'm going to announce it. When I share this information, when we gather, that for us, that there is a sense of, oh, like, it is revolutionary by itself for women to gather and work our magic in the world. Manifesting really is magic. Work our magic, work our creation in the world. All of those things in our muscle memory are the memory of it being dangerous. Owning our voice is in our muscle memory of being dangerous. And so that's why I tell all of us, all of y'all who are here, in this circle at this time, if this for you, any of this for you, you feel like, oh my God, like, why can't I get this or whatever? give yourself some compassion. Type into the comments compassion. Have compassion for yourself. Have compassion for your ancestors and grace for what you have experienced and what is within your nervous system and your ancestral memory. But now we get to do something different. Now we get to choose something different. Now we get to step into the prayers of our ancestors, the prayers that they prayed for us. Okay, we get to step into that and have an even higher prayer for generations to come, so that we keep on moving forward and growing and evolving. Like, how beautiful. Oh my gosh, let me have some water behind that. Yes, how beautiful. How beautiful. You know, very, very important. So, subconscious mind. So, let's talk about it. So, how do you get your subconscious mind that may not be on board with your manifestations and growth? How do you get your subconscious mind on board? Right? Your subconscious mind, who, as I said, when you say, you know, every day in every way, things are working out for me. Money is coming to me easily and effortlessly. And your subconscious mind's going, girl, no, it's not. If it's coming to you easily and effortlessly, did you tell the light bill that? Did you tell the mortgage that? Did you tell the whoever, right? Your subconscious mind needs to be in alignment with you. And so there are all kinds of things that you can do. I shared with you all yesterday that the book has decrees in it. I'm going to read the decree of the subconscious mind. Repetition is the greatest way. You can also do energy work, energetic shift, when you create an energetic shift. EFT tapping is amazing for this. EFT tapping is so wonderful at helping to create an energetic shift that it's like when you reach back for the belief, it no longer is there. Hypnotism is wonderful for this work as well. You know, the clearing. Hypnotism is wonderful for that as well. Oh, okay, I got it, Goddess Nancy. She's talking about the dude in the store. Yes, 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 absolutely, yes. The dude in the store. He had no fear in his muscle memory at all of people telling him that he was less than in a store. He probably had he had in his muscle memory him owning the store. So he was like, run me my stuff. This is my store. Y'all work for me. He had a different experience in life. His grandparents had a different experience in his life, and back and back and back. Yes. Yes. Very interesting. Yes, Carmela. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, we have compassion for ourselves. We have compassion for ourselves, and we as I teach my daughter, if at first, if you try it, she's trying to ride her bike and it's kind of difficult. If at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's okay. It's all right. So if at first you don't manifest, which you did, it's already done. We know that. It's all right. We'll do it again and again and again and again. Repetition is your biggest friend, your biggest ally here in retraining your subconscious mind, in overwriting the programming that you have. Okay, so one of the things that was really important for me to include in this book, and it's probably what got me made them put it in paperback rather than hardcover, because it was in the pages that they took out, and it's the pages I put back in, stuck back in. But it was really important for me to put in this sections on manifesting with your love language and manifesting with your learning style, because I've never seen anybody else speak about this. So vision boards are great for visual learners. I happen to be a visual learner. But I know that, for example, with every course that I create, every person who teaches, if you're a course creator, you do this, you should do this as well. Know that everyone doesn't take information in the same way. So you want to give information as many different ways as possible, the same exact thing. Some people are going to watch the video and be like, oh, okay, I got it. Some people are not visual folks. Some people are going to listen to it. They're auditory, and they're going to register the information that way. Some people may need to read a transcript and see it. Some people may need to do all three. Some people like me end up like buying a Kindle and buying an audiobook and buying the book of something, because that's how I process information, right? So you need to know that we have different ways of approaching information. Just like those of us who are on our journeys with tapping into our intuitive gifts, some of us are clairvoyant, some of us are clairsentient, right? Some of us are clairaudient, meaning that we hear spirit, we see spirit, we feel spirit. You know, we have different ways that spirit is able to access us, just like we have different learning styles. And so it's important to know this, because your love language, so for me, it's words of affirmation is my number one love language. So like a shirt like this that says believe in the magic, like I love stuff like that. I love the power of words. Words are something that is powerful for me. Reading decrees and affirmations is amazing for me, being that my love language is words of affirmation. But for someone whose love language is, let's say, receiving gifts. So I wrote, if gifts speak to you, use symbolic objects aligned with your goals, like a coin, like coins. So rituals like, using coins that symbolize financial abundance, or money trees. Different rituals, physical rituals, are going to be important for you. For people who are into acts of service, if you are manifesting abundance, maybe you need to go and do things that you're going to be able to do with your abundance. So if it's volunteering somewhere, if it's building a school, start to design the school that you're going to be building for somebody else. You see what I'm saying? Put that service forward. Put that service forward. So you're rewriting it in your veins. So you're rewriting it in your corpuscle. So your body and your mind and your soul are all in concert, so that the beneath the iceberg beneath the iceberg, in the ocean, the subconscious mind is catching up with your vision and saying, yes, I get it. You see what I'm saying? So definitely look at that section in manifesting with your love languages, page 74 and 75, and manifesting in your learning style. Okay. For kinesthetic learners, embrace physical activities like walking, meditation, yoga, dance to manifest your dreams. Physical engagement helps you to embody your dreams. Even if it's a car that you envision, go and test drive it, right? If you're kinesthetic, meaning feeling, is your domain, go and test drive it so that it is in your body. Like I said, the reason why I wanted to do a retreat in a castle in France was because that is now in my body. It's in my sense memory, it's in my muscle memory, it's in my daughter's muscle memory, and she wasn't even there. That yes, I am the kind of person that goes to a castle in France, right? Like, let that shift be you. Let that shift be you. All right. For read write learners, write down your goals and intentions. For visual learners, physical mood boards, vision boards, immersing yourself in detailed visualizations, imagining yourself achieving your dreams, seeing it. The visual imagery is very, very powerful. And for every kind of learner, the acting as if is incredibly powerful. Acting as if is incredibly powerful. And I needed to include this because I knew that Neville Goddard, who is the person that a lot of Abdullah's teachings came through, his most well-known student, Neville Goddard was a performer. He was a dancer before he was a spiritual teacher. So being that he was a performer, performing what he was manifesting was easier to him than for other people. So we can't assume that everybody has that same capacity to imagine, to perform, to walk in it. So I wanted to give us as many different tools and access as possible for this. You are possible. Type into the comments, I am possible. I am possible. I am possible. And I wanted you to know that if you don't get it right away, it's not that you're doing it wrong. It's not that you're doing it wrong. Although I want you to take your vision and lock it in. It's that maybe a different approach is what is needed. You are possible, and you have the gift of manifesting. This is something that we all have. You have this gift. You have this gift to create the life that you want. Okay, so you want to bring your subconscious mind so that it is on board. So I will share with you how we had 30 minutes. Okay, I will not share anything else with you. because we are time up, but I will definitely share it with you tomorrow when I come back here at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for our next lesson. Okay, so here's the book, From Imagination to Reality: Secret Manifestation Lessons and the Law of Assumption, from Abdullah Master Alchemist. And if you are an audio person like me, who, you know, a visual person like me, but who buys the book in all different forms. So if you do get the physical book, which is great, I'm going to read you the Subconscious Mind Decree. So it's great to have and be able to, you know, maybe take notes if that's what you're into. And the audiobook I want to share with you, I had a really powerful time recording the audiobook because it was my first time reading through my book to record it for audio, and it empowered me at a time when I needed it, my own book and my own works, because this is all, you know, Abdullah's transmission and a gift from the divine. So here is your subconscious mind decree. I am, this is on page 77, I am the master of my mind. Today, I take back my mind, the silent architect of my destiny. I acknowledge and affirm my mind's infinite power and potential. I am the master of my mind. I greet every negative thought as a visitor passing through, acknowledging its presence, but denying its stay. My subconscious mind is an open field, fertile and ready for the dreams I dare to dream. Okay? Every morning, I greet the sun of new beginnings with gratitude, affirming my abundance. Every night, I am confident that as I sleep, my subconscious mind continues to work, continues to build, continues to manifest. I am the master of my mind. My mind, ever obedient servant, mirrors my beliefs, reflects my thoughts, echoes my convictions. It works tirelessly, shaping my world to align with my inner vision. I am capable. I am worthy. I am powerful. My subconscious mind is my ally, my partner in this dance of life. Together, we move to the rhythm of success, to the melody of prosperity, to the beat of fulfillment. I choose my thoughts with care, understanding their creative power. I am the master of my mind. Okay? And here are your journal questions, page 78. What common patterns keep showing up in your life that might reflect your subconscious beliefs? Where could these beliefs have come from? And how might they have influenced your choices and life experiences? If your fears and doubts are trying to teach you something, what lessons might they hold? Picture the best possible future version of you, living the life you've always wanted. What beliefs does this future self hold? How can you start to nurture these beliefs now? So, your homework is, this is the most powerful thing that you can do every day for the rest of your life. Before you go to sleep, have a vision. Take your imagination and visualize whatever it is that you are calling forward. We'll talk more on that in the coming days, but I am sending you my love, my hugs. Happy manifesting, and I will see you tomorrow. Yay! I love doing this with you so much. Thank you for watching. Sawubona, Deep Bow. Bye.